Hello, everyone. Welcome to Exploration Tech 2022, which is crazy because I know we're 2 months in, but we've been so preoccupied with all the exciting things happening around our world. We've really focused on how are we going to kick 2022 Exploration Tech off with a bang, and no better way to do that than having Chris Dobroth join us from Lighting Reimagined, our second time Exploration Tech guest. So really looking forward to diving into this conversation, expanding from where we had left off a couple of years ago now. But before we get into that, my name is Jared Hackbart. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing here at Brilliance. I've been with Brilliance for a little over 6 years, and really what keeps me excited about working here at Brilliance is working with people like Chris, working with organizations like Lighting Reimagined, hearing their stories, seeing what they're doing, and I'm really looking forward to the conversation we're going to have today. So I'll pass it to Lori and let her introduce herself, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm so excited about today. A little bit about me. I started Brilliance back in 1998. I went to Purdue in computer electrical engineering and ended up at NASA Johnson Space Center as a flight controller for the space shuttle program. It was a really cool job. I ended up meeting my husband there. He eventually went to work for Rockwell Automation, and we ended up relocating to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where Rockwell's headquarters are. And I was trying to figure out what could be as cool as space. So I decided to start a web development company. And after a few years in, my husband was managing the largest data warehouse at Rockwell Automation. We realized that we were kind of uniquely equipped to work with manufacturers and distributors and helping implement digital commerce solutions. And really, our team just realized we had a really good understanding of data integrations and the technical side of really getting digital commerce to work right for organizations. So that's become our niche, and we've grown as a team, and we partner with different e-commerce platforms to implement solutions for customers. And that's how we met Chris along the way. Chris, originally when you were at another organization that we were working with, and then we were lucky enough to have the opportunity to work with you again at Lighting Reimagined. And as Jared said, what makes this fun is seeing the companies and customers that we work with realize success through their efforts and through this work. And so I'm really excited about this conversation, getting to talk about really what it's like from your perspective, Chris, and where you're seeing success. But with that, I would love to turn it over to you, Chris, and let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Lori. Thank you, Jared. I'm Chris Dobroth. I am Senior Director of Ecom and Digital Marketing and head of the Lighting Reimagined e-commerce division. We are the leaders in providing the best luxury lighting, furniture, and home decor online nationally. We launched in 2020, definitely with the help of Brilliance, and it's been a success ever since. Little background on myself. I've been in e-com in multiple different industries, startups and large multi-billion-dollar corporations over the past 16 years. And I'm going to take, with my great team, Lighting Reimagined, to astronomical heights, to serve our clients.
Woo, gives you chills. I love that.
And it wasn't even scripted, right? No.
That wasn't scripted. That was great.
So a couple housekeeping items, and then I promise we get into the content here. If you get a moment, we'd love for you to follow both organizations on LinkedIn. Highly recommend you check out Lighting Reimagined. Chris and their team always posting great content for people to check out. Also, we try to do the same here at Brilliance, so please give us follows there on LinkedIn, and then we can keep you up to date with all the things that we're working on from a marketing content perspective. Also, if you have any questions during the conversation, feel free to punch them into the chat box. We'll do our best to address those throughout the convo, and we'll kick it off from here now. Chris, last time you were here on Exploration Tech, you were just a few weeks away from launch. What's happened since?
Oh, it's been a wild ride, and it's been awesome. So, we were just around launch time. The last time, literally launched with our MVP, minimum viable product, kind of, great structure of a website, but, kind of the basics to get up and running and get, to begin serving our customers the best possible and the quickest and most efficient possible ways back then. And, since that, over a year later, we've optimized our site. We've grown our stretch nationally, with different functionality on our site, updated homepage, that is much more catered and, much more optimized to work well across all devices. And, that speaks much better to our clients, as well as functionality like live chat as we've grown, our quoting functionality, so customers can come to us and request quotes on products. It's really streamlined our processes, and it's really helped our clients really get to the meat of what they want from us as quickly as possible. And that's everything we're doing. How can we serve our customers in kind of that assistive concierge experience as much as possible, hand holding them, but, across the country virtually.
I'd love to dive further into where you started this. So we love that concept of the MVP. Start with a base model and grow from there. What drew you to that approach? Or, I mean, you have so much experience, Chris. I think people would love to hear, like, why is it that you like to take that approach?
Yeah, I think when I kind of partnered up with Lori and Jared with you, and we were thinking about launching this new rebranded site in 2020, I think we're all on the same page. But from my experience, definitely, you are not going to have the shiniest, prettiest box without any knowledge or data. You're not going to launch and, putting the resources behind it, putting the time to create something you think might be right and might work at that moment in time is futile, because the moment you launch, things are going to optimize, things are going to change. So, having that minimum, and when I say minimum, it's not garbage. It's a good product, but it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that a website that's been doing it 20 years might, after their data, after their experience with the customer journey, what is working, what doesn't work. So, when we launched at the MVP level, day one, when we launched, we knew, okay, let's start analyzing and let's start seeing where can we optimize and how can we make this customer journey that we have now in the basic sense as simple and, experiential as possible for our clients. Because, if our clients don't like the experience, if the clients are coming to us saying, we would rather do this, we'd rather have that, and we don't listen, well, then we're not working for our clients, we're working for ourselves, and that's worthless.
Yeah. I love that mindset. It's a mindset that we certainly advocate for too. But really what I hear you talking about, Chris, is like the expectation that you're going to be learning and continuously improving. Like this isn't like a one and done event or project, but this is ongoing. And I think the temptation for a lot of companies, especially if they've been waiting to do this for a while, can be like, when we do it, we want to get everything in here that we want, like all of our dreams we're going to do right now. So really great advice to like start small and expand and learn from your customers.
Yeah, and I really want to commend Chris and your team, because to Lori's point, we have those conversations, and often people see the bells and whistles and they're like, oh, I just want to do this now. Like I don't want to wait. But to your point, without establishing that data, you're missing the boat. You're not, and I love what you said about listening to your customers. If you're not listening to your customers, you're serving yourself, and you're losing out on so much opportunity because of that. And I just love that approach. So excellent job, Lighting Reimagined team.
Yeah, definitely. Excellent job. One of the things that we hear questions about from companies who are looking to sell online is that they're questioning, do I need to build a team before I build the site? Or maybe I've got one person, but like, in what order do I hire more people? When do I do it? I know you've grown a team, and I'm curious, like, what you would say to someone who's trying to decide how they resource for their digital strategy.
I mean, it is definitely a case-by-case basis and a business-by-business basis. The situation we were in, I joined our parent company, Littman Brothers Lighting, with the goal of establishing and creating, this new brand, this Lighting Reimagined online experience. And so, at the beginning, it was me. And so, from the very beginning, I knew I had an idea. My idea is not build out a team of 20 and let's see if it works. It goes back to, let's do what we need, still kind of at that basic resource level, and grow from there, because we will learn what we need at that time. Because what I thought we needed 2 years ago in staffing is not what I have now. It's better now, but than what I thought. But
sure.
In the beginning, and that's where I, reached out to, firms I was close to in the very beginning on the IT side and the dev side. And that's where, Lori and Jared, I reached back out to you. back in probably the end of June of 2020 when we made contact again. So.
Yeah, I think that's a really great point. And both in terms of the fact that so external partners can be a part of your team.
Yes.
Also, in some sense, taking an MVP approach to how you resource your team, starting small, figuring out where you need as you see how your digital experience is working for your organization and growing it over time.
Definitely.
Really good advice. I'd love to talk as well about the marketing aspect of Lighting Reimagined. What do you see, now you're, I think, 15 months in, right?
Yeah.
What do you see that's working? Where are you seeing success in the big picture?
Yeah, I mean, in the big picture, I mean, we do have, on the marketing side, we do have a partnership with another firm, and they're a great firm, Ox. They help us definitely making sure we're showcasing right in ads and ad spend. I think that's always a big worry. In any e-commerce business, it's always a worry on spend, how to manage it, how to do it. I've had many years experience doing that myself and working with firms. And, kind of as you said, external firms are an extension of my team. And so, for them, having that right approach digitally on the, keywords, on the shopping, et cetera, is key. Other than that, I mean, really, social is a huge push on our side. Our products are visual. Our customers are everyone from homeowners, interior designers, influencers online, on Instagram, YouTube, builders, architects. But it's visual product, it's lighting, it's decor that needs to appeal to your aesthetics and your space and just yourself. You look at a fixture and you're like, I could see that. I could see living with that for years to come. It's kind of like adding a, not sound weird, but it's kind of like adding another, a pet or a family member to your home, because this fixture will be here for a long time. That's the hope. And so you want to have the right fixture. You want to have that right, experience when you walk into a room every single day. And so social is huge for us, whether it's videos, whether it's, posting on Instagram, LinkedIn, etc., getting ourselves out there and showcasing the services, the team, and the products that we offer to help reimagine our clients' spaces as best as possible is key for us. And it's key for the long term as well.
Yeah, so many good things there. And part of what I heard you saying in that is that, like, it's not just a functional purchase. Like it has a lot more meaning than that in terms of customers purchasing, and so the value of social in terms of creating that experience or allowing people to get more comfortable with what you're offering. That's really, really interesting.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that we're providing kind of that showroom experience to our client.
Yeah.
And I have, Jenna, who reports to me. She's an interior designer. She's our customer care manager as well, but she can help our clients, when they reach out to her, in marketing or just chat, phone, email. She is there to help them with their space. And I think that's a service that's uncommon, and what is working very well for us and what we strive to be, which is that, again, going back to that concierge service for our clients.
I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about affiliate marketing and how that's worked for you.
Absolutely. Affiliate marketing was definitely probably not something day one. I've managed affiliate programs in other organizations, but day one, that was not the main focus. So kind of going back to that resource of you don't know what you need until you need it. And affiliate marketing at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, I knew to gain the right exposure to the right clients and to, show the world, the world that we are the leaders in lighting and home decor products. We did go an affiliate program, and we have our own affiliate program, and it's been very successful. And I have hired an amazing affiliate manager, Robert Sherman, on my team to manage that program. And with affiliates, it's for us, for publishers that want to work with us, we are very competitive. We have a very great return on investment for them. So it's a partnership though, because any publisher coming through on an affiliate network to us, is like an extension of us, because if you're buying from that affiliate, you're buying from Lighting Reimagined. So I want to make sure these partners are right for our clients and they're right for our message. It's not just throw stuff on a wall and see what sticks. It's getting that right partner, getting that right publisher, and then making both of our businesses very successful.
Right.
In the process.
Creating win-win relationships.
Exactly.
And what I hear you also talking about is like you're testing and measuring with these different digital strategies. Yep. And here's one that's working well for you. So that's really great.
I'd like to spend a minute touching on two components around software you're using, BigCommerce specifically. So first, I'd like to start with your experience with the marketplace. And you have a background leveraging marketplaces and other software solutions that you've used over the years. What do you think at this point of the BigCommerce marketplace?
It's good. And that, with BigCommerce, it's kind of like the MVP of a platform. You have a very strong shell, but then with the marketplace and the hundreds upon hundreds of add-ons that they have in that marketplace, that's where you can really tool in and connect with what function you need for your site. I don't need 500 different app functions that I'm never going to use, but when I need something, when I need like an integration with a system, when I need, kind of like we talked about, the quoting functionality, the live chat, those are all out of the marketplace. And there's contracts, there's, agreements you make with those companies separately, but that connection is through the marketplace, and it's an easy integration, a couple clicks and you can be live that day, which is great. I don't need, Brilliance specifically for that function. Brilliance is there to support, the overall business, development that is part of our theme, development that is structural, but add-on apps I can literally do myself, me or my team, and get those rolling to create a better customer experience and whatever efficiencies we can improve upon.
Absolutely. Yeah, it allows you to invest those dollars, like that, back into user experience, back into areas that you can actually see an ROI, drive some additional value. So another component of the BigCommerce piece, and you mentioned it, I'd be interested in hearing in regards to your experience with B2B Ninja. Some may have heard or seen, but BigCommerce just acquired them now, which is exciting. But you've been working with them for a while, so can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah, I mean, the team of B2B Ninja is great, and it's a small team. But they, kind of like I said, as our goal is to be there for our clients, that concierge experience. It's very much what B2B Ninja does as well for us. They have been there, when we launched with them, when we, kind of inquired about it, when we launched with them, and as we've kind of integrated and rolled through it, they've been there, all along the way. So they've been a great partner with us. And I mean, I love the app. It's super easy to use. If there's any problems, it's quick resolution, and there's few and far between, those issues. So, but yeah, with the acquisition of BigCommerce, I'm really glad for them, and I'm really glad for BigCommerce to have that as part of it. Hopefully the team is still there at B2B Ninja long term.
Yeah.
But
we know they are right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, and I believe they're an important part of the BigCommerce team and strategy moving forward. So
awesome.
It's really cool.
So the overall, you'd say the quoting system has definitely made things, helped Lighting Reimagined out.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely given that other extension of ourselves to our clients. So you're possibly saving our clients time in calling us and emailing us, in chatting, where they can go in and they can just kind of request a quote. And then we can work through that quoting system to see what will and will not work, depending on the product, depending on the brand, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, the other area that I'd love to hit, because you mentioned it a couple times, and I love talking about it, is live chat. So
Yeah.
funny story here at Brilliance, Dave McDonald, I'm going to call him out right now. He'll have to come back and watch this, but he gave us a hard time about throwing live chat on the Brilliance site because he's like, "Oh, that's great, we can do it, but I don't see it actually, panning out." And it's become a reliable channel for people wanting to engage with us on things and navigate the website. You guys are using it in a really cool way. I'd love to, have you speak to, I guess let me take a step back. We have conversations with clients who sit there and say, how am I going to leverage live chat outside of just being there to take questions that someone doesn't want to call in for. And you guys have figured out a way how to use live chat someone else may not have thought of. So can you speak to that experience and how it's worked for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, live chat, it's whatever we can provide, of course it helps our business because it creates kind of that efficiency, that quick response back and forth with our clients, but it helps our clients too, because it stops them from picking up a phone. It stops them from emailing, taking time to email. It's literally, they may have a question on a product. They shoot the question, just say, what is XYZ? And we can respond back almost immediately. On our live chat, I talk about Jenna, our interior designer and customer care manager. When you see her face pop up in live chat, that is her. I mean, she's literally in the office next door. This isn't like an outsourced call center. This is nothing like that. That's her. And if she really needs help, it's me. But you'll still see her fit. No, I'm joking. But in that regard, though, I mean, it's a real person that is, really there to help you. And along with live chat, it's been a great tool for us. Again, efficiency. Quick speed to response to our clients, but then, that also opens up, to how can we get in front of our clients, virtually, and that's the virtual consultations as well.
In our title, I can't remember. I think we talked about digital transformation, your digital transformation story. And to me, digital transformation is all about leveraging digital to find new ways to create value for customers. And I see your virtual consultations as really doing that. And I just would love for you to talk more about how your virtual consultations work, how you've seen them maybe grow over time, and what you see them in terms of how they serve your customers.
Yeah, having that showroom experiential design, having that customer, they don't want to leave their home. They don't want to have to try to search for a lighting or furniture showroom that may be close to them. It may be hours away. And so, what they need is that service digitally. And that's where the virtual consultation comes in. And again, to speak of her again, but it's, our interior designer, Jenna, is the one on the other end of those. And so our clients can easily go on our website. They can schedule a time that is good for them. So, throughout the day, we can give them 15 minutes or as long as they want. So, kind of a minimum 15 minutes where if they have an idea, if they have questions, they can tell us in advance. They can tell us in advance of, this is kind of what I'm looking for. Can we talk about it? And then they set up a meeting. So with that meeting, it can go however the customer wants. Do they want to do kind of that FaceTime live face-to-face? We'll do that. We are completely fine with that, where they can walk around their home and we can help them see what could and could not work depending on their space, the size of the fixtures, the budget, any numerous variables. Otherwise it could just be a phone call. It could just be, they just talk on the phone, and that's good enough for the client. I mean, we will work with them as we need in these virtual consultations. Mm-hmm. And it's that, again, it's giving that experience, that extra hand to our clients to make what is not an easy purchase, because this is not like buying toilet paper. You use it and throw it away. This, again, it goes back to, this is something you need to really be comfortable with. You are putting in your house as a statement. This is the jewelry of your home. So we want to make sure that when you're making that decision, we are there to assist you to make sure it is the right decision for your needs.
Yeah, I love it. So you offer those virtual consultations for free, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then in that conversation, you're giving feedback and advice that ultimately likely could result in them placing an order on your site, right? For
Mhm.
whatever products, or hopefully, right? um,
That's hope. On our
that's
side,
what
that's the hope.
that's the hope. Also gives them some really good feedback and ideas. I'm getting that they wouldn't have now, that, well, at least speaking for myself, I'm sure I wouldn't know. And I think also builds trust with you and your team, right? That, like, that you're not only someone who's going to sell me a product, but you can really help me figure out what the right solution is here. So yeah,
Right.
I love it.
And there's different prices,
Sure.
from lower price to very, very high, very fancy Swarovski crystal pricing. And, our aim is what will work for you in any project size, any budget, not just some guy trying to pitch you the most expensive thing and please buy it. Because that's
Right.
not consultative. That's not a concierge experience in the least bit. That's just a car salesman trying to push you into something you don't want.
Right.
Not digging at car salesmen. I have respect for the car salesman too.
Chris, tell us about what are you working on now? What's next? Or what have you launched recently? What are you working towards right now?
Right now, we've listened to our customers and we've expanded on our payment processing. We've expanded where our clients can now use Amazon Pay, which has been a big hit for them. We're going to open up other payment processing, like Apple Pay, that may help them. And it's really, especially at the checkout, it's whatever can make them as comfortable as possible to make that final step. And because even when I shop online, if they don't have the payment type that I want to use, I may not go through them. And that goes back to a trust factor as well. On our back end, we are, with Brilliance, integrating with our back end system with NetSuite fully. So we're almost done. And I'm hoping within the next couple weeks, we will be complete with that. Lighting Reimagined will be at the Affiliate Summit show in New York. So if you're a publisher, if you're out there wanting to speak with myself and Robert Sherman, we'll be out there in Times Square with our camera as well, as we do a lot of videos too. But but we'll be out there, and we're if we jive, if we got the right compliment to each other, we'll definitely speak with you and want to work with you.
That's great. Yeah, with this final minute, is there any outstanding questions, Lori, you have? Anything, Chris, you'd like to add before we wrap up today?
Just, to wrap our entire conversation up from my perspective, Chris, I really admire your approach to, like we talked, the MVP approach. I know there are other strategies that you've launched over the last year that we didn't even get to really talking about or hitting on. But I think I would just recommend that other companies who may be watching this really consider how you take a similar mindset and approach in terms of continually testing and measuring and improving. Chris, you talking about the improvements you're making in checkout, you're continually listening to your customers. I just think that's the way for all of us to grow our businesses, is to listen to our customers and continually learn. Yeah, and on that note, I guess Chris is also on our customer advisory board, so I really value the way we learn from you too. Chris,
I appreciate it.
Closing statements from you? Anything you?
No, thank you so much again, Lori and Jared, for having me on. I'm always happy to be on these shows with you. And then, anyone out there, lightingreimagined.com, reach out to us, whether you're a customer or a publisher, we'll work with you, and we will, that whole experience we've talked about throughout this show, we will provide that for you.
Yeah, I'd echo again too. Highly recommend going and following Lighting Reimagined and the content that they've got there. Check them out on LinkedIn. Check out their website. And again, thank you, Chris, for taking time out of your day to support us in this. And everyone who joined, thanks for taking time as well. We'll be following up shortly with the recording, as well as some updates on future Exploration Tech. So once again, thank you, Chris, and everyone have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you.